now in your experience so that we can really tune in to what's present in the field for all of you as we go through what we're going to experience today. Acceptance. Okay. Really tune in to what's present in the field for all of you as we go through what we're going to experience today. Hey, welcome to Mastery Monday for February 3rd, 2025. What a journey it has been already this year, huh? January proved to be, wow, a real blast of collective purging, all of that. So we're going to work on integration and gateway to the heart and the pineal gland today. And so we'll begin with the opening meditation. I'll make a couple of announcements. I'll share a bit about the topic, and then we'll go into meditation. And then at the end, we'll have a little bit of time if anyone wants to, share your experience. So just welcoming you in this moment, if you're in a place where you can, to close your eyes. Take a deep breath into your body. As you take a breath into your body, giving yourself the option to really be here, to be here, to be now. Letting your breath guide you into your body, to allow you to feel your body, just feeling your hands and your feet. Feeling yourself in your seat. And as you're breathing, just welcoming you to adjust to be more comfortable. Notice where maybe you're holding in your body, and you can use your breath to just exhale it out, and welcoming your mind to quiet. Dropping into your body and inviting your mind to quiet. Inviting yourself into your body, into your heart, to your root. Welcoming a golden white light around your body, around your energy body. Fill you up as pure, clear energy. Welcoming this light to fill you up for clarity, lightness, connection, the self. Allowing any and all cords to anybody else, any place, anything that's no longer needed within your physical body, your energy body, just releasing those from their starting point within you to go back to where they need to go in the highest good. And through that light around your body, calling yourself back to yourself from anywhere else it's been. Welcoming pure energy of yourself home to you from anywhere else it's been. You can be more present, more aware, more full, more whole within your experience right here, right now. We welcome all of our higher selves and our souls to be present, that we may receive all that we're here to receive today, individually and collectively. We allow all of us to connect in synergy and coherence and resonance and the highest good for all present and all that will be on the replay. We allow the power of gathering to amplify all that is available and needed. Through all the different realms as we ground through the body, welcoming a white light to go around the body and through the center channel from above your head, all the way down through the center of your body, all the way down through the floor, the ground, to the center of the crystalline earth. At the light of our soul, the light of our awareness, the light of our presence, and the light of earth, through all the lands that we're upon, connect in clarity, creating a beautifully held collective field here, through earth, through our bodies, through our souls. Supports each one of us, and then ripples out through the collective. Taking a breath into your body, into your heart. If there's any intentions that you have for our time together today, that you may receive anything directly or indirectly from our connection, just speaking those intentions through your heart, letting them be held in the center of a golden ball of light, the center of our field. Beautiful. Taking a breath, feeling your body in your seat. Staying present with your centeredness, connection to self. As I open up and begin to share what's present. So welcoming you all here, and thank you all for being here. Appreciate your presence. So I'm just going to make a couple of announcements, and then we'll go into sharing the deeper content of what we're going to be exploring today. So I just wanted to share that I have some spaces open in my one-to-one mentorships for your awakening, and this is something that I've been doing for several years with people, and has really supported people in on their journey to really ground in and resolve any pending things from any conditions and experiences of life that are no longer needed, so you can fully step into a heart and soul-led life. And I have spaces open for my year-long and 6-month. If you are interested in exploring your alignment with that, just send me an email and we'll set up a connection call to explore and see what's a good fit there. And also February 12th is the new moon. It's going to be a full moon in Aquarius, and there's going to be a lot of energy moving through. And so I'm going to be doing on Wednesday, February 12th, the full moon collective healing. And we're really going to dive into a lot of the changes and how to amplify our presence and awareness and the changes that are coming through during that full moon gathering. So I'll be sending out more information about that, so you can join us in that meditation. So So today, when I was tuning into, or previously when I was tuning into what to explore today, it's just the gateway of the heart and the pineal gland really just showed itself. And, for many of you, that I was just in Egypt. I just got back late Saturday night, and, have been doing a lot of integration. It was quite profound on many levels, of course, as always, traveling in these powerful lands. And also there was just so much going on in the collective field while I was there as well. It was just amazing to keep up with what was happening there, in the present moment, what was happening in the greater field, and also just so much that was coming through the sacred sites and the lands and the etheric field there, while I was also navigating some physical physical things going on. So it was quite rich on so many ways. And one of the biggest messages that was coming through there during that time, and so of course January, that month, was just full of collective purging, right? So much was wanting to rearrange itself, become fresh. And even the sites in Egypt, and as I was tapping into the rest of the sites of this planet that are tied into a lot of these original codes of the planet, and what was really seated here originally was just wanting to literally let go of everything that it has been and everything that's been placed on it. All these ideas that we have of the power centers, and our experiences with them, and how we almost worship them, and things like that. It was just like, just shed it all and really get into just that essence of the truth of energy itself, and who we truly are on this planet as light bodies, as an experience. And then there's all this collective purging going on, right? And so when I was there was just, the way I see it and the way it was showing itself to me was just all this goop, this dark goop that was like, just being just lifted out of these sites, and lifted out of the center of earth, and lifting out of our bodies. And it was just really intense and really profound. And whenever I was tapping into the inner earth and to, the sun and everything, all of the beings that hold the space on all these levels were just, let's put it, hard at work. There was, they were just working so hard to hold the field in its present state of awareness and centeredness and light and purity, while really being the guardians of that gateway, so that all that was lifting out couldn't get back in. Right? And so that's where we're at right now. We're in that space on this planet as everything is going through the changes that it's going through, and all the different ways that it is, from political to financial to, energetic to spiritual. All the different layers are going through just so much change, right? And there's this, we're getting met right now with these choice points of, where are we really going to be putting our focus and attention? Where are we really going? How are we really going to lead our lives moving forward within all of this that's happening? And so a lot of the stuff that's purging is a lot of the stuff that we're going to see just starting to have to be expressed and then collapsed, within all these, external fields. And so the position is right now is to really stay centered and be in the heart. And the heart was a huge theme throughout all of the experiences in Egypt, Sekhmet, the Hathors, all the sites. It was like the heart, the heart, the heart. The heart is the most radiant, emanating field of our bodies, of our physical bodies, of our energy bodies. And when we can really pray to really do our intentions and all of the things and all of our experiences, the way we think, the way we feel, that's centered from our heart, that is what is going to carry us through this whole experience. It's that pure heart, the pure heart that is so strong, that is so clear, that is so pure, that is so connected to the truth of our divinity and nothing else. And then it was coupled with the pineal gland, just so that we can get the mind and the heart in synergy, right? The mind and the heart in synergy, so that we're not being pulled, into these places of judgment and conditions. And as we're going through our own transformations, we can really sift through and filter through all of that and notice, and then, wait, let's just listen. Let's watch. Let's see. Let's feel. Let's ground in to the heart. It only knows that pure essence of love and compassion, and also has that ability to transform our, the dimensional fields that we're playing in right now, because of how big our field gets from that pure essence and how it strengthens our energy field, that it helps us be able to be in, maybe the muck and mire and all of that that's really moving out from our own energetic bodies individually and collectively. It helps us stay in that presence and kind of in between, right? In between those zones of, the human that's embedded in the matrix and the human soul that's able to move through these fields, with more capacity and creativity and inspiration and clarity, and not allowing that stuff to really attach, right? Or us to get attached to it through fear or through, discomfort or through our identities. So this is really the calling right now. The calling is to, because, we've been going through this for years now, right? Ever since, 2019, 2020 is like these waves and waves of clearing the slate, purging. Let's do something different. Let's cultivate a new foundation. Let's clear the identities. Let's clear the egos. And right now, this this is what we've been preparing for, because it's like we're going to keep getting squeezed. We're going to keep getting squeezed on deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper levels until there's nothing left really to clear, and we're just, in that clear point. And so it's how this is a message right now of how willing are you willing to be detached, from what we think our human experience is in our external world as we move through it, right? As we interact with it, to be in the heart and to have that clear vision and that clear focus and that clear concentration. And I know I talked about that in the beginning of January, is that this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. And February is being set up also as a month where we're going to take what we did in January and refine it even more. So we're going to get into these places with all the different planetary alignments that are assisting in this as well, to cultivate even more sovereignty, to cultivate even more strength in our own individual path. And that is always, always, always what is going to raise the frequency of this planet and ourselves and the collective. So just remembering that by focusing on yourself and getting into that zone and maintaining that zone as much as possible is really what creates the difference. It's, so this is what we're going to do in meditation today, is really just connect into the heart, to connect into that unified point of field with ourself as human and soul, with the light of ourself, and really allow our pineal gland to wash through the brain and the neural pathways of the brain that has been, embedded in our our earthly realm, external environment, earthly experience, to welcome more of that living consciousness that is awakening, that is coming alive through earth and ourselves, to really synergize and resonate. And then just sit with the heart, really just sit with the heart and let it speak. Let it move. Let that pure space within the heart to really amplify and open through us and through the field. And then we'll ripple that out to the rest of the planet, so that we're really, really, really working on these levels of unity. And one of the things that I found really interesting while I was, connecting in, especially with the Great Pyramids, is that a lot of our, star beings that have been supporting us and supporting the planet, the Syrians are kind of taking a step back. They were part of, one of the big, one of the creations of the big experiments of us being human and on Earth and this, and they're taking a step back. And they're even pulling a lot of their energy out of the pyramids. And the reason for this is so that there can be an opportunity to create something new and different. So that even their energy, they're redoing and restructuring their whole energetic field right now, too, to say, okay, well, this is what was created. This is what happened. This is the result. And now we're moving forward into something new. And we got to restructure. So what I'm finding is that with that, it's giving us the opportunity to really tune into our field as a whole, as a human race, as a collective of hybrids too, from all these different, planets and areas, to say, okay, yeah, I chose to be a part of this, earthly experience, and all of these layers that got, infused and overlaid on this planet for us to be in, the emotional fields that we are, into the extremes of life, the extremes of imbalances. How do I want to restructure myself? How do I want to restructure my life? How do I want to restructure my existence so that I'm in that space of fresh, renewed energy, renewed thoughts, renewed feelings, renewed ways of perceiving and experiencing myself and my life? And how am I going to direct myself so that I'm really living how I want to live, no matter what? That's where we're at. And these gateways that are open right now for us to just really step into that and be nurtured in that. So really taking some time to reflect upon how you're choosing to live your life, and maybe where there's more adjustments you can make to say, right, I'm still kind of at odds with this, or I'm not feeling that, but I'm still doing it, or I really want to do that, and what's holding me back, so that we're just little by little every day, making some new adjustments to how we're going to step more into that heart-led life, the soul-led life that we're here to live. And that's really what's going to shape, as I said, this new reality that wants to come alive. So it's a power, we've been going through powerful years, and it's just going to continue to be that way. And I saw it as like an hourglass, right? It's like, like right now, when I was tuning into the inner earth this morning, it was like, okay, yeah, we have some room to breathe. We have some room to integrate. We have some room to play, but there's still in vigilance of watching and holding the field because of the interference that did happen in January. And there's still that level that wants to come in through all these ideas of how this world is being shaped right now through AI, through through all these ideas of what the new human is going to be, whether we're going to be robotic new humans because we're going to choose to get the implants and the chips and all of that, or are we going to stay, are we going to recognize the divine body that we are, the technology and the light that this body is, and trust in that and keep developing that, right? And keep developing that so we can stay in our organic presence and field of consciousness. So there's just, wow, so much going on, right? And so let's go into meditation so that we can connect into the antenna of our pineal gland and the transmitter, emitter, receiver of the heart that is always and will ever be encoded with our sacred unified field of existence, and welcoming those changes that our system is speaking to us to make, to become more available for us, in the choices that we're making in our lives. So yes, let's do that. So let's take a breath in. Let's take a breath in and feel your body, feel your feet again, and just notice how you're feeling from anything that I spoke, that was said, that you felt, and just welcoming yourself to breathe with it, to ease the mind. Again, welcome the mind to quiet and the body to quiet. You're giving yourself the opportunity just deepen your connection with yourself. Deepen the connection with yourself. Deepen the connection with yourself. And any of the information that you just received, just allowing anything that's resonant to integrate, and anything that wasn't resonant to just gently shift from your field, to dissolve, just allowing yourself to be again in a field of your pure energy, your pure knowing, your pure truth. Inviting your pure knowing, your pure truth, your pure self to be here, to be now. Welcoming all that's been alive for you recently. Just be held in divine light. All that you're wanting to be aware of, all that's been wanting to transform, all that has transformed consciously or unconsciously, to be integrated into your physical body, your energy body, to allow the information that you've been receiving just land where it needs and wants to land within you. To allow it to be embodied. Just saying hello to those most potent moments that you have been feeling and experiencing, that have been calling for you. You see things differently, feel things differently, open to a new way of being. Allow yourself to connect into those places and spaces. Saying hello to yourself with gratitude. With gratitude that you are here. In a space to receive yourself more fully. Many of the places with those things that maybe there's still some confusion or doubt or resistance. But you're just welcoming your breath, your higher self, your knowing, your essence, to create more space. To create more space within you. That you may expand your strength, your willingness, your courage, your clarity. To allow what's available for you to make any changes that are necessary for you or your growth, for the life that's really inviting you to have. Release the pressures of the external world. Releasing pressures of the external world. That you're inviting your internal world of your divine soul self within your human body to be your guiding light, to be your compass, to be your companion, your ally throughout all that is coming alive within you and around you. And with this, welcome your awareness to your heart. Welcome your awareness to your heart. Inviting a beautiful white flame of light to come alive within the center of your heart. And stepping into this white flame of light in the center of your heart, welcoming yourself to step into this pure, clear light, the gateway to the purest essence of yourself, of life, of consciousness, of unity within your being. And welcoming that light to expand in front of you, behind you, above your heart, below your heart, all sides of your heart. Just a beautiful expansion of radiant, clear, pure light. Welcoming this radiant, clear, pure light. Welcome you even deeper into the strength, the truth, clarity, the transparency, the integrity of your divine self within your body, your divine self within your body. That knows. Welcoming yourself to sit within the deep knowing of the heart, the soul. welcoming yourself to be completely enveloped by this light, by your light, by the light of the divine. As one path. Of yourself in this life. And again here, breathing into those places or spaces that are needing your attention, needing your support, and welcoming the support of the heart to breathe around any of those places or spaces within yourself, your life. Support you in living, really coming through you in your pure essence, really coming through in your guidance and your awareness. Maybe to dissolve any doubt or confusion or resistance. Welcoming this light to soften those places and spaces within you. To welcome the trust. Your divine self knows exactly what's needed and what to do, how to do it, all the when, wheres, hows, whys. Welcoming, welcoming, welcoming divine self enveloping. Knowing that this is you, your true self. You, your true self. Free and clear. Free and clear. And all the inspirations and the knowings and the changes you have made, allowing this pure white light and clear light of yourself to welcome all of those things to expand even more into the cells of your body, into the neural pathways of your brain, into your nerve system of your body and your spine and your fluids to say yes. All that you have been shifting and creating and allowing for yourself. An honoring of yourself, receiving the divine honor of your soul, of yourself, of your connection to that which you have been creating. And allowing welcoming this expanded light of your heart to breathe up into the center of your brain, into the pineal gland. welcoming the light of your heart to expand and connect up into the center of your brain, to the pineal gland. Welcoming the crystalline light technology of your pineal gland to open, to expand, clear light within the center of your head to welcome the clarity of perception, the clarity of receiving, the clarity of applying, the wisdom that you receive, the higher mind of your soul, of yourself. We'll just welcome a light. This light dissolve any misperceptions, misunderstandings, calcification, anything around the gland here that's needed, and welcoming the opening of it that's available for you in this moment. The pulse of light here is at a pace for you to really allow the vision of the self that is embodied as soul, human light, the life that's available for you through this. Just come alive and open. Any programs or conditions here that open or not open, or just allowing it to be what it is, saying hello to it, saying hello to this gland of your body that does so much. Any pressure for it to be open or receive a certain way. Just allow it to be and to function. Inviting it to function at the level and the ways that's available for you now in the highest good of yourself, your body, your soul. Tuning into the openness and the willingness to just know yourself. To know yourself and welcome what's available for you, what's made itself known. The ability to apply what comes through for you. Have that clear knowing of what is true for you, and the reception of the voice, of the vision, of the senses, of the knowings that come through. That you trust and move with them. Knowing that as you do that, strengthening your capacity. You're strengthening your whole being to be the human soul that you truly desire to awaken to be, to embody to be. Breathing together with your heart, your pineal gland, welcoming that light to flow with your breath from your pineal gland down to your heart to your pineal gland, and just welcoming your own breath, your own pace of the way the light moves down, inviting your brain, again, your neural pathways, your nerve system, all the rest of your energy centers to integrate and come online with these gateways of the heart and the pineal gland that you're opening and welcoming, inviting. And welcoming this light to spread through your whole body, developing your whole head, your back, your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your whole chest and torso and belly, lower back, your hips, legs, your upper legs, around your knees, your calves, your feet, and through your whole energy body, in front of you, behind you, above you, below you, all around you. So you're pure energy. Pure energy. Bring the unified field of the self more into balance, more into wholeness, more into groundedness and expansion of awareness within you. In this moment, just take a moment to receive from yourself. Maybe anything that's needed to support you in any changes you're making or any callings you've been hearing from within you, or the changes you have been making, any information, guidance, support, healing, and maybe you receive it as words or a vision or a sensation or a knowing or an image or a color, just welcoming however it's received. Breathing into this moment, just sitting in stillness for a moment with yourself. Beautiful. And in this moment, we're going to welcome the center channel of our bodies, just light up with this light from above our heads all the way down through the root, allowing ourselves to ground this energy through the center of earth into earth, to be connected to the living consciousness of all that is above and below and all around us, that is in alignment with the pure consciousness of earth and life. As we do this, we're going to allow this light to just ripple through all that is, the whole unified field, through all of this planet of humanity, of all creatures, seen and unseen, all beings seen and unseen, to join with those that are holding this field of purity, consciousness, awareness, divinity, embodiment through all of creation, all of the omniverse. To strengthen our field individually and collectively, to know ourselves, to be ourselves as this. Welcoming this light to surround any of the collective overlays and programs and conditions, to welcome them to also be dissolved more thoroughly throughout our individual fields and collective fields. That we embody again the original essence of ourselves as our individual souls and as our whole as source creative being. Beautiful. Taking a breath into the body. Taking a moment to breathe into your body, welcoming yourself to come into a centered space within your body, breathing into the heart, breathing into your feet, breathing into your hands, breathing into yourself in your seat. If you wish to, welcoming your energy body to come closer to your physical body so you can become more in your present self as you allow your present self to take in all that you experienced, to ground and integrate and be embodied through the whole structure of your being, physically and energetically. Let you take a moment to reflect upon any guidance or information that came through to support you, and tapping into that willingness to allow yourself to take the actions or non-actions, whatever it is, that support you. Saying yes to yourself. And welcoming yourself to the space around you, feeling the temperature of the air in the room around you, feeling your hands and your feet, feeling your body. Taking some deep breaths, knowing that this space and place, experience is available in any moment. The memory within the cells and the knowing of your being, always. You can call upon to support you in any moment. Also know that you'll have this recording to listen to if needed. Just bringing yourself to your body, to your space. Giving yourself the encouragement to move forward with what you're experiencing in your moments of the day, your interactions with others. Beautiful. And if you would like to return to this space, and if you have anything that you would like to share about what came through, you can put it in chat and Zoom or on YouTube, wherever you are. I appreciate everyone that's present here today. And Hannah, you're welcome. And yeah, through that, there was just, thank you, everyone. You just really created a really pure field. So I appreciate your capacity and willingness to enter this space and go through this. It was really profound. Yeah, Ray, beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, Janine, grace and ease. Absolutely. Hi, Andrea. Ray, energy lifting. Yeah. Wonderful. Thank you. Hi, Ladybug. Yeah. Yes. And acceptance seems to be prevalent. Yes. And Eleanor, what's present? A sense of gratitude and a feeling of joyfulness. Wonderful. Oh, yeah. Yes. Stephen, thank you. Really strong, feeling lighter in my energy. Wonderful. Andrea, my heart is so full. Thank you, Kristen. I definitely felt more of me coming through. Absolutely. Yes. Janine, and peace and peace. Yes. More peace. Ah, yeah. Acceptance is huge. Acceptance is a big one in our lives, isn't it? First, acceptance of being here in our body, acceptance of all the things that we've experienced, acceptance of, all the things that are going on in the world, and when we can come into that, that is a super strength, a superpower, right? Thank you, Sean. Yeah. So it's a superpower. It really is. Acceptance really creates that openness, that ability to allow what is to be and then have more space to make our choices, right? It allows us to feel more free. Acceptance allows us to feel more free because then we're not a victim to anything. We're not a subject to anything. We're not, conflicted. We're just saying, okay, that's what is, and I have choice. I have choice. And sometimes, we can feel like we don't have choice if we can't control a situation or what's going on in the world, or sometimes even control ourselves, right? But what it does do, acceptance does do, is open the space for us to begin to understand what we do, what we can do, what is within our capacity or our capability or our experience in that moment. Yeah. Loving life, Kristen. Yay, Janine. Yeah. Isha, thank you. Yeah. Wonderful. Yeah. Thank you so much for holding space. Much pineal activity. Feeling very supported that we are, no matter what, in love. Much love to you all. Absolutely. Yeah. Wade, thank you. A greater expansion and peace. Beautiful. Yeah. Ah. Yeah. And Brother K, hi, beloved. Just getting over my first COVID. Please send healing. Wow. Yeah. Maha, you are so loved. You are so loved. Yes. Yeah, Heather, it was awesome, sister. So deep. Thank you. You're welcome, Heather. Yeah. Yeah, and you said you got some sun. I did get some sun on my face. Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. This was really a deep experience. So thank you everyone for participating in that. And this is, really tapping into these spaces more and more and more is really what's going to create that pace, in that field that we're operating through in our lives on a daily basis. right? So it's going, all right. Remembering, oh, okay, I'm getting caught up in this emotion or thought or the thing in the world or whatever it is, or maybe this outcome that I want that's not happening or whatever it is. It's like, accept, breathe in, welcome the divine heart, the pineal gland, welcome the whole system to unify in that way and just say, okay, what is available for me right now? What is available for me right now? What is within my capacity for choice, for freedom, for my movement, for my thoughts, for my actions, and all of that, so that coherence can be maintained, right? So that we're really present with that moment to moment choice point. Yeah, Andrea. Yes, you got some. You look beautiful. Thank you, Andrea. Yeah. Well, pretty much just my face. The last time I was in Egypt, it was like over 100 degrees every day and it was intense. And this time there was sun and it was much, much cooler. So I was grateful for when I was able to get some sun and also definitely was bundled up sometimes. So yeah, Kathy, appreciate the Syrian stepping back. Oh, cool. Yeah, great. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's really interesting. It's almost like when, when I was perceiving the energy of, the Syrian stepping back, it's almost like when our caregivers or our parents or people in our lives that are supporting us step back and say, okay, I'm not really sure how to support you anymore because you're making your own choices. And I have to restructure my own relationship with you, right? While we're learning our own way of being, where we've got to start making our choices, right? Yeah, where we've got to start making our choices and where we're making our choices from and how we're making our choices. And so it's a really beautiful thing in a way, because it's really this whole experience from the very beginning was about what's the human going to do? What's the human going to do? And we had a lot to work through. We had a lot going on our plates, with all the different things that we can experience on this planet and in our whole, experience of who we are in our greater field of our soul and our lifetimes and all of that and all this information that we have and all this, whether it's conscious or unconscious, how we're playing things out, the experiences in our life, it's all so rich. But there is that center point. And that's what we're called into right now, that center point. Who are you going to be? Who are you going to be? How are you going to choose? What are you going to choose? Why? Why is really, I think for most everybody, is just to feel that freedom, to feel that openness, to feel that clarity, to feel that and going to Egypt for me this time was a big step in freedom, right? It's like the second time in 9 months that I was able to be in presence there, and I was called to go, and I said yes to what the guidance said, no matter what, rearranging 2 weeks of my whole schedule, getting things situated for my son, the money, all of it. It was just like, no matter what needs to be done, there's a yes. And that's where we're at in our life. No matter what need is calling us, really truly calling us, how much are we willing just to stay focused on that and do what it takes? And do what it takes. And that's the life we're being called to live. Right? Who am I becoming, Kathy? Yeah. Exactly. And that's every moment shapes who we're becoming and who we are. And are we really willing to tap into who we are to become that? And that really means putting on. I mean, I had some doubts. Believe me, I had some doubts about going. It's like, oh, wow, that's a lot. That's a lot to take on within the next couple of weeks to reshape my whole life to get there, right? But why not? Why not? And so that's where we're at. The saying, is just do it. Right? Just do it. And while still being nurturing and nourishing to yourself when those moments are like, I don't know, and the doubts come up, or those things come up. And even when I was in Egypt, and I got, I had this underlying cold from when I left my, parents' house, early, and shifted some travel plans to go visit friends because I wasn't feeling well and I didn't want to take anything to anybody. So I came home early, and then this whole Egypt thing happened, and whatever was underlying in my system just blew up while I was on the plane. And I was really bad sore throat. I was, almost lost my voice within the few days that I was there. And then the rest of the time I was coughing a lot, and so it was just this, but it just like, okay, I accept it. Okay, this is what's happening in my body. And there were a few moments like, oh, I just want to be home. I just want to be where I'm comfortable, because in Egypt, you got to watch what you eat. You got to watch what you drink. Because I ended up getting what's called mummy tummy, and there's 24 hours of just complete digestive discomfort, but luckily, I had the medicine to take care of it. But it was just like, life is going to bring us uncomfortable experiences. But how willing are you to stay focused within your life and what's happening, to accept it and keep in the experience, right? And that's what I had to do. I was just like, okay, all right, I'm here. What's going to be whole and full in this experience with everything that I'm feeling, and stay on track and stay connected and stay open in my heart and my body, and really take in all these experiences, because we were on the move. I was on 4 different, flights, in Egypt in 2 weeks, because we were going all these different places all around the country, right? Just to really go where we were called to go. And it was just like boom, boom, boom. And it was like, hey, no matter what, staying right in the rhythm of what's happening. And so that's that level of, attention that we're being called to receive and to be. And that's that whole gateway of the heart and the pineal gland, is to really anchor that in. So yeah, brother K, thank you very much. You're amazing. Thank you, brother. Yeah, appreciate you. Yeah. So this recording will be available. So if you're finding yourself in any moments where you're feeling, any discordance or discomfort in your system, you're in that place of resistance, or you're in that, or maybe you're in a place of complete inspiration. You just want to, anchor it in even more. This meditation will really support with that. So the recording will be here for you. And so, okay, I'll share the full scope. The other physical thing, I know a lot of physical things are happening for people, right now, and have been, but my ears got plugged from the flights, because I have a pressure issue. Like, I can't go deep into water, or else, does anyone else experience that? When you're just the pain in your ears or your sinuses, you're like, your whole system doesn't like it. Well, I ended up feeling like I had something clogged in my left ear the whole time. Like, you just want to pull, like something's clogged in there, I just want to pull it out. And went to a doctor while I was there, because that's the one thing I do like about Egypt, is you can just get taken care of easily and cheaply. And so I went, got looked at, both my eardrums were inflamed, and what am I going to do? And I just kept going with it. They were uncomfortable. So I'm dealing with all these different levels of discomfort in my body in so many ways. And Egypt will do that. A lot of these power centers will do that, right? And so I was just like, okay. And of course it cleared up on the flight home. Totally cleared up, just went away. Like, I had it and then it was gone. I got it right on my flight to Egypt, was there the whole time, and then it cleared up on the flight out. So it was just, I think what it was just those challenges that we present ourselves with, to say, okay, no matter what you're experiencing, how focused are you going to stay? How attentive to your experience are you going to stay, no matter what's happening? And this is a powerful moment. So I just hope that all of you, gain the inspiration, the connection, the divine experience of yourself, to be here and now with your experience. And well, actually my ears are still a little funky, but definitely not near the way they were in Egypt. But so strength, remember that you are strong. You are so strong, and you're so loved. And just by being here exemplifies how strong you are. exemplifies how strong you are. Okay, so you came into this body, into this life, into this experience to have it. So let's have it. Let's have it fully, and take the steps to really engage with what your heart is calling, what your intuition, what your guidance, what your knowing is calling for you to do, and step into it, the fullness of your being. And that's how we rearrange the whole geometry of creation and this planet and the world, no matter what's happening. You are the one. We are the ones. So take that in. May it support you throughout the rest of your day. And yeah, if you'd like to join us in a couple weeks for that full moon, it is a longer session together. We go, pretty deep into whatever that we're experiencing, as well as tuning into all the different collective fields that are present for us to support us in this great transition we're in on the planet. And of course, I'll be sending that invite out soon. And I'll also definitely be sharing more about Egypt because of all the layers that I was experiencing there. I didn't, send out much uh, correspondence, and I was so wanting to do some activations while I was there, like record some activations while I was at sites. But because literally I was talking like that, my voice was so croaky and everything, that I was like, I am not recording anything with that with that voice. Won't be really probably enjoyable for anybody, and for me, because I couldn't talk that much anyway. So it really let me go inward, really deeply inward. So yes, I'll be sharing more about some of those deeper experiences that happened, because it was quite lovely and potent in a lot of different ways, receiving my own personal messages and then, the planetary messages. So yeah, thank you, Michelle. Appreciate you. So may you all go forth in your day with love and gratitude and openness and clarity and strength in all that you are and all that you do. And I appreciate you for always showing up here and creating this consistent field of connection. So yes, Andrea, everyone have a wonderful day and week here. Yes, all the gratitude and thank yous back to you. And so again, if you're interested in a one-on-one mentorship with me, just email me and we'll set up a time to connect. And so just allowing all of us to be in coherence with our own bodies, our own fields, and any cords that were created throughout this experience today, that we release those and call in our own energy to ourselves. And may any of our intentions or affirmations that we spoke into the field come to us in the highest aligned good in all the ways that are resourceful for us in each moment. So much love to you. So much gratitude. And I'll send out the replay shortly. So be well. Love you all. Thank you for being here. And also, if you wish to, there's links to gift for our time together here. Nothing's too small, nothing's too great. It's always a pleasure to be here with you, and it's wonderful to have the exchange. So I love you all. Be well. Take care.